Now what has happened? Well, she has revealed her inner landscape to him. She hasn't blamed him. She has taken ownership. First of all, she has noted that what happened and what she thinks happened are not necessarily the same. Okay? And she has also taken ownership for her reactions. And she's also expressed constructive wants that speak to her desire to be connected with this person, with her husband. So all of that is unitive in its consciousness and in its impact because it informs him, because it comes towards him really with a piece of vulnerability. Okay, there is not the shield or the sword, however you want to look at it, of blame involved in this. What she's really saying is, I'm wounded here around being criticized. And I'm also imperfect because I do this myself. And this energy has caused me to respond to this, or react to this data in ways that are off balance and that could have caused stress and tension and separation between us. And so I'm choosing not to dump on you, not to approach you as if this were your problem and you needed to fix it, but by showing you my internal landscape, my vulnerability, my imperfection. What do you think the impact is on him? I mean, if I'm him, I'm loving her. Because she loved me and trusted me enough to show me this. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to meet that as honestly and as constructively as I can. Because she's reaching to me in honesty and in love. And that's going to call forth the same impulse in me. And you might think, well, okay, that's really fine for husband and wives, but how can we do that in community? I don't want to do that with my class members. I would say, yeah, this is exactly what we should be doing with our class members, because if we have resistance to doing this, what's behind that? Fear and pride, no? I'm afraid that if I show up like this in a real way, that I'm going to get judged, or that I'm going to get hurt. I'm too proud to show up this way. I don't want people to see all these imperfections in me. I mean, isn't that really, if there's resistance to showing up this way with people that we don't really know that well, aren't fear and pride really at the basis of them? And isn't that self-centered? Isn't that the opposite of unitive consciousness? So if we would be willing to put our fear and our pride aside, or to deliberately push through them and to step into this unitive space, what I think we would be doing would be creating communities that are not merely held together by eros and that are not going to burn out, but that are held together by real trust and knowing and understanding and loving of the people with whom we are in community. So that's what I'm advocating, and I'm offering this, partly. I'm offering this on for two purposes. Then, first, to try to explain, why have our communities not held together? There are various explanations for that, some of which put the responsibility wholly on external factors. I'm looking back at what our conflict resolution methods are, and I'm saying, I think they're self-centered. I think they play it safe. I think they avoid real connection. And I also think they're just not effective. And this is the solution, or some version of this is the solution. If we use this, we have an opportunity to create a whole different kind of community. Okay? So that's my piece on conflict resolution. We have two other things to look at, which is helpership and leadership from the lens of, what do those things look like when you're in a self-centered space, and what do they look like when you're in a unitive space. So that's where we're going to go next.